Welcome. This is a air element yoga practice, focusing only on breath work, focusing on pranayama, focusing on your ability to use your breath to regulate your nervous system. So, very simple. Nothing overly complicated in today's sessions. We're just going to work on the mechanics of calming breathwork exercises. Find a comfortable seated position and let's begin. So as you close down the eyes here, we want to practice getting comfortable with our eyes closed if possible, because we're trying to reduce the amount of stimulus entering the brain. Make sure you're comfortable so you can keep the body still wherever necessary, wherever needed, because again, we're trying to reduce the amount of distraction coming from the body too. In the beginning, that can feel a little bit uncomfortable. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of discomfort if you are willing to sit with it, willing to acknowledge that it's there and learn how to experience it fully without letting it overwhelm your experience. And as you now are entering this pranayama practice, make a clear distinction in your mind now. You are separating this next session, this next period of your day. You are separating this from the type of consciousness that you operate in your day-to-day. So normally in your day-to-day you are analyzing the past and predicting the future and setting up your day so you can be productive. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just is effective for one style of being. And now we are asking you to be here, be present, calm the nervous system down. There's nothing to produce, there's nothing to get done, and there's nothing to achieve. The nervous system down-regulates with presence and attention. So if you give that attention to yourself, what can you feel right now? Can you start to become very perceptive and aware of your body? Feel the shape of the body and feel the shape of the spine, the shoulders, the arms, and remind yourself that this is you. Remind yourself that although you might feel like you're somewhere in behind your ears and in behind the eyes, there is a whole layer of experience beneath the neck and shoulders. Not better or worse, not unintelligent or intelligent. There is just more of you than your normal day-to-day will allow you to experience. As you are feeling the shape of your body here, can you narrow in on the feeling of your midsection? Purposely allowing the stomach to move in and out as you're breathing now. And yes, now you're becoming more aware of your breath. It doesn't matter whether it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. It doesn't matter whether it's in through the mouth, out through the mouth. It doesn't specifically matter at this point. Just becoming aware of that rhythm. Becoming aware of that flow of your body. Now take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let the breath return to its normal state and just sit there for a moment as I explain what we're doing next. We're going to do very simple pranayama, or it's not even a pranayama, I guess, the box breath. So you're going to breathe in and out throughout the nose wherever possible, please. You're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. Now, what we're trying to do here is keep a very steady rhythm of breath. There shouldn't be massive increases in speed and acceleration on inhale and on exhale, especially after the breath retention and after breath retention, both when your lungs are completely full or if the lungs are completely empty. There will be an urge from the body to breathe quicker. And part of your meditation training is to notice that. So you can feel there's a high sensation in the body and you can become aware of it, and you don't have to let the body act on it. You can decide what pace you breathe at. Okay, we're going to do 3 rounds on a count of 4, 3 rounds on a count of 5, 3 rounds on a count of 6. Let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Coming for 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming in for 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Let the breath return to its normal speed. Sit in meditation here for a moment and don't try to change anything. I know that's incredibly hard, and it's a silly thing that I guess teachers will say, me included, when we say don't try to change anything, because as soon as I say that, you almost start to change the way you breathe, you start to change the way you're thinking about stuff. Unfortunately, it's just partly how the mind works. But it's learning to notice that you're even doing that. That is part of your meditation practice, and noticing how your brain operates. Just sit there and playfully observe, with no expectation of what you should or shouldn't be feeling. No expectation of what a meditation experience should be. Just really learning in the moment, as our ancestors did. You can keep the eyes closed here as I explain the next pranayama. It's very, very, very simple. It's a inhale and a double length exhale. So what I mean by that is you're going to inhale for a count of 4. You're not going to hold the breath. You're going to exhale for a count of 4. In 4, out 5. In 4, out 6. In 4, out 7. In 4, out 8. Once we get to 8, we're going to inhale for a count of 5, out for 9, in for 5, out for 10. Once we get to 10, we're going to inhale for a count of 6, out for 11, in 6, out 12. And we'll leave it there today. Okay? So the reason we do this is because an extended exhale, especially when an exhale is longer than your inhale specifically, forget about any spiritual concepts, forget about prana, forget about pranayama, or what we're changing in the body in an energetic and spiritual level. Just very hard Western science. The heart rate starts to lower. Blood pressure starts to reduce. There is something specific about an extended exhale that seems to put the body and the nervous system in a calming place. I like to acknowledge what's happening spiritually, but on a practical level, really be understanding of what we're changing physically with the actual act of the breath work. Don't worry if you have to stop at any point. Don't worry if you have to change the breathing. Just come back in when you're ready. Okay, so we're going to begin on an inhale. Really important, same thing. There will be an urge to dramatically increase the speed of your inhale. There'll be an urge to dramatically breathe out. Your job as the person meditating, the person following the breath work, is to slowly acknowledge that, keep the breath steady no matter the internal sensation. If you really feel like you have to change it, then please do so, but try your best over time to get better at noticing that feeling and letting the breath work, letting you stay in control of the speed of the breath. Let's begin on an inhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Sit in meditation here. And notice. Become aware of your experience right now, the sounds that you can hear, the smells that you can smell, the tastes that you can taste, the different sensations of touch around the body and the skin. The gentle flow of breath. You know, it is such a beautiful thing to be given tools from our past. You know, how clever were our ancestors that they realized that through controlling the speed of breath, we can change how our nervous system is operating in that moment. You know, have you ever noticed that when you're tired or when you're stressed, sounds, they kind of hurt the ears and they kind of bug you and they irritate the mind, and when you're calm and the breath is slow and the nervous system has been down-regulated, the same sounds seem interesting to the mind. The same feelings are no longer distractions, but they are information to explore, stimulus to explore. Our ancestors worked out that our reality is so dictated by our internal nervous system. Not that there's an external nervous system, but by our nervous system. Our experience is so dictated to how we're feeling in that moment and how the external stimulus comes in, and we perceive it differently. It's why the same things that will float off of our attention on one day will be disasters to us on other days. And if we live a life like that, that means that you're always at the whims of a nervous system that you don't know one day, day to day, how it's going to react or how it's going to feel. And thank God our ancestors worked this out, that you have some agency here. Your speed and rhythm of breath has a real impact on your nervous system. And your nervous system dictates how you perceive the world. You know it intuitively. If you visualize in your head someone who is breathing really fast and they're talking very quickly, you can feel the stress, you can feel the energy. Not good or bad, but you can feel there's a changing energy. And then visualize in your mind someone breathing slowly and calmly, and their voice is just a touch deeper than it normally is. And their breath is full and their movements are slow. We feel that calming energy radiating from them. And so one thing that you learn through meditation is that the body will always be different on different days. Even the mind will be different on different days. Your breath will feel different on different days. And if you can learn to have some tools that just allow you to have a touch more agency. When you feel that feeling of rush overwhelming the mind, can you slow down the breath? The same way that you felt that high internal sensation to speed up the breath during the breath work, but you were able to learn to, no matter how high the internal sensation is to breathe quickly, you can slow it down. This is how we can make pranayama and meditation, we can make it last into our day-to-day lives. It stops being something that we just do on a mat. And it becomes something that is a tool for us to use in a moment we're having a heated argument. Can I take a deep breath? In a moment where I feel a high sensation of sadness, jealousy, guilt, even excitement actually, even things that make us happy, and I'm about to make a rash decision, can I take a full breath? Even though my body's urging me to breathe quickly and be excited in this moment, be agitated in this moment, can I feel it, acknowledge it, detach and breathe? I'm going to leave you here in your meditation to contemplate this and see what you can take from your breathwork, pranayama, your meditation practice, and see what you can bring from that into your day-to-day experience. Kriyam Tat Sat.